guys, welcome to the Gauntlet. I am Mike Brill, the homeless guy who runs this thing. I'm about to introduce our lovely players for this Prepare to Cry edition of the Gauntlet. It's our first episode, and I want you guys to know that people are going to die. Basically, the Gauntlet takes characters from different campaigns and puts them in a scenario that is kind of hard, and we'll see how well they do. These are 4 characters. 2 of them are from the same campaign. 2 of them are from completely different campaigns. And they're all are competing for a lovely MacGuffin at the end. So please, I hope you enjoy this episode of the Gauntlet. First, our lovely DM, the stud muffin himself, Alaric Kupsovich, is running this. Say hello, Alaric.
I am Alaric Kupsovich in the flesh, or the voice, and I will be running this session.
Wow.
Well, that was awkward. And I'm just going to go around. They're going to tell you characters and all this lovely stuff about them. First up.
Hi, I'm Jonathan. I'm playing a character. His name is Raccoon. He's a monk and a half-elf. He is lawful evil and very young and immature, and somehow got mixed up in all of this and doesn't really know where he's going.
Do you know what he looks like? Like, kind of give a description?
Oh yeah, he's got kind of a blank expression constantly, although his face will light up whenever he sees something new. He was raised by monks, and so he didn't get to see much of the outside world. He gets his hair cut short.
And out of curiosity, what level is Raccoon?
Raccoon is level 4.
Okay.
Ah, alright. Haro.
I am John Harrow. I am playing Gauntlet, the barbarian Goliath. Gauntlet is of the Southern Mountains giant clan who is known for fighting dragons, or drakes as they call them. He is a whopping 7 foot 6 feet tall, 7 foot 6 inches, and 320 pounds. He has stone gray skin and is bald with tribal tattoos on his head.
Alright. He seems scary. Hello.
Hello, I'm the other homeless person who's currently squatting in a different person's house. I'm Dan Yaisley. I'll be playing Ash today. He's a tiefling druid, level 4 as well. About 6 foot tall, 200 pounds. He has long white braided hair and horns and gray skin with green eyes. His most notable characteristic is the fact that his left arm is made out of wood from an ash tree, and it's completely alive. It operates like a regular arm. It's fun aesthetic, because aesthetic is life.
He speaks the truth.
Fantastic. And Ash Tree, Ash. Clever. Hello, last player.
Hello, I'm Justin Kim. I am playing Crix. He is a deep gnome rogue, level 4. He is short, like 3'4", gray skin, looks kind of like a rock, bald, but with a goatee. Yeah. So he's from the same campaign as Gauntlet. Sorry.
God.
Yep.
So I don't know why he's here. He's here.
He's just here. Also, just so that everybody knows, this is ordained and loved and sponsored by the Order of the Falcon.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Order.
Yes, we're under the realm of Dungeons and Dragons, led by role-playing game, not Dungeons and Dragons. I apologize. Thank you. And we do this because we want you guys to hear what it's all about. Please come out, join, see our live events, see all the stuff that the Order of the Falcon does. Thank you very much for letting us do this. Facebook page. Check out our Facebook page. Check out website. Buy a T-shirt. Yeah, we do all that stuff. It's great. Also, all right, gentlemen, thank you all for coming.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. Please speak up.
Thank you for
Prepare
killing
to
my
cry.
character.
What?
Thank you for killing my character.
I'm not going to kill him yet.
No, I'm going to be the one to kill Sarah. Come on.
Yeah. Remember to speak clearly as you are choking on your tears about the death of your character. All right.
Okay.
I'm going to bring over to the so amazing Alaric.
The magnanimous Alaric Kupstovich.
His magnificent. All right, and I'm gonna stop talking.
just
You
look
got
at
my
those
last name right,
eyebrows.
which is impressive.
All right,
All right.
here we go.
So, across time and space, from multiple worlds, the four of you are torn away from whatever you were doing before. I don't know what that was or how important it was. This could be awkward, but we'll pretend it's not. So, you find yourselves high up on a mountainside, sitting around a campfire. The wind is howling, and a battered old wizard with a large sack over his shoulder is sitting at the fire. Well, frankly, I didn't expect that to work. But since you're here, I guess we can make the best of things.
Ah,
Are you a wizard?
What's going on?
You may call me Singleton. I am here searching for an artifact that is found at the top of this mountain, but I am in need of assistance. I seek the Froza Inverno, which is a magical artifact that can be found deep below the Bastion of Thrym. I'm going to just give you guys information. Thrym is the god / original founder of the Frost Giants. Just that's something your characters are probably familiar with. I don't know if you personally are.
oh, I see.
I've studied many gods in the temple where I was raised.
I assume you have questions, but we must move quickly. There is a storm coming to this region within a day or less, and we will not want to be caught out in the elements this high up.
Indeed, a storm in the mountains is not something to be weathered.
What he said.
A little bit of rain never hurt anybody, you know.
So,
I feel like that's
why
not
didn't you do this in a cave?
Hmm?
If you're worried about the weather, why didn't you do this in a cave?
There are no caves on this mountainside. I should mention, like, we're not talking like Caridrus mountainside. We're talking like sloped mountain still. Like, you're not that high up. You're at like kind of, let's say about 1,000 feet above sea level. So like it is steep and rockily wooded, but not like you're on the top of the mountain yet. Just to clarify.
Okay.
So, next question, why didn't you build a shelter over where you were going to bring us?
Because I don't want to wait out the storm.
I'm confused. Where are
You
we?
tell me you did no preparation for this beforehand.
I just wanted to finish my noodles, and then I'm here.
I was talking to a tree, like it was a very nice old spruce.
You can talk to trees.
What?
That is cool.
Why us? Why is it we who are here?
That is a good question. Let's just say I have faith in you all that we'll be able to get through this together.
Magic is so weird.
I entirely agree.
What he said.
Now let's get a move on and begin. And with that, he gets up from the campfire, grabs a little like walking stick, and begins trudging up the mountain.
Might as well. I have no idea else what to do.
I do just
I can
follow
send you
behind
back
him
afterwards.
with a bowl of noodles.
The bowl of noodles?
You brought the bowl of noodles with you?
I mean, I'm pretty hungry. I just got this bowl.
No, I mean your equipment and everything that you had on you did come with you, so we can assume that his bowl of noodles also came as well. Sure.
Hey, sir, do you need any help with that sack? It's a pretty big sack.
I think I've got it. But thank you.
What's in the sack?
What's in the box?
Books. You guys are.
You're carrying a sack full of books with you up a mountain?
One mustn't neglect one's studies.
Wizards.
You couldn't take.
I, for one, agree with him. This is something I learned in the temple where I was raised.
As you guys are
I'm
discussing, you. That's awkward. You are traversing a forested mountain slope. The sun is going down, and it's getting steadily colder. Your breath begins to frost in front of you. It is not tough going. The snow is only about like shin deep.
Shoes on.
You don't have shoes on?
I don't have shoes on.
Oh dear. Okay.
I never wear shoes. I just didn't expect to be here.
That's fair.
You don't even have slippers?
I mean, like, I could probably make them out of my cloak. I have a pretty big cloak. Just tear off the
Are
bottom.
you
of
tearing
it.
off some strips of cloth to bind up your feet?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess I'll do that.
Okay. Okay.
I'm an Outlander. This doesn't bother me at all.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like home.
Yeah. The Goliath has resistance to cold, and I believe you as a druid do as well. I think.
It's resistance to weather.
Yeah.
I'll just rub up against the Goliath. I'll just
I don't
rub
know
up
the
against
Goliath. Are you warm-blooded?
Yes.
Okay. I don't actually know. I've not studied Goliaths enough to know that. Anyway, so the sun is going down, and it's getting colder. Singleton explains a little bit about the quest. The Froza Inverno is a magical horn. It was formerly of dwarven make, but long ago the frost giants claimed it and stowed it away within their fortress. The
Frost giants. Those are a nasty bunch.
Indeed, they have horrible manners.
But some of them are all right. I don't like the stereotype, you know.
I don't really know much about these frost giants. Tell me more.
They are blue-skinned, generally standing about 20 feet tall.
Neat.
That's pretty sweet.
Frost giants are known for raiding, and not that much for building settlements, which was what makes the Bastion of Thrym so significant. As he talks, the sun sets behind the mountainside and it becomes dark. I believe you have dark vision, and you have dark
I
vision.
do have dark vision.
Do all of you have dark vision?
I do not.
You do not have dark vision. Okay.
Guess we just push
It's
him
not-
in the right way.
It's like the moon comes out and it's reflecting off the snow, so it's not like you're gonna have a hard time seeing.
Okay.
But I was just for future reference, it might be important, so I figured I'd
Yeah.
establish that ahead of time. You were walking through the snow. Singleton's in the lead. What is the order you're walking in, out of curiosity?
I'd probably be right behind him.
Okay.
Right behind him.
Okay.
His arm looks cool.
I think I would take up the rear if that's all right.
Sure.
Okay. So as you were walking, there is the slightest of tremors under your feet. And then an explosion of snow and steam envelops Singleton, and he gives a cry. Could you all make perception checks real quick?
As the dice begin to roll. Oh no.
That would be a 16 for me.
Okay.
13.
Okay.
9.
Ah.
13.
Okay.
I see nothing.
It's not hard to spot, but in the cloud of spraying snow and steam, there is a large, lengthy creature that seems to have grasped the wizard in its mandibles and is shaking him around. He gives a cry, and then is flung against a nearby tree, where he lands in a crumpled heap.
Singleton, you should really watch where you're going better.
Singleton, no!
A large creature that is vaguely reminiscent of a centipede appears as the cloud of steam disappears or disperses. It has sharp scales, mandibles, and a cobra-like hood. If you want to make a nature check to try, if you think your character would know what that is, you may do so.
It's an underground creature.
12?
For nature.
I don't think that's significant. 16?
16.
Okay. This is a creature known as the Remoraz. It is a polar creature and a predator. It uses burrowing ambushes, and is generally one of the more dangerous things that exists out here. If you would all like to make initiative rolls, unless you have a surprise action you would like to do.
Do surprise actions?
Unless you have something that would provide them, I don't believe.
I don't have anything special.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hot.
That'd be an 18 from me.
I also got an 18.
Okay. Ash and Gauntlet have an 18.
Rokun rolled a 7.
Roku at 7.
I'm having a great start.
Crix has 14.
Crix has 14. Alright.
Oh,
Okay.
merciful gods of the dice.
Alright. Ash or Gauntlet will have the first turn. I don't know if you want to roll to see who goes first, or if you'd rather just agree to have someone go first. It's up to you.
You're front in line, so I'll let you go first.
That's fair.
Okay.
Alright, let's see. What can we do here? I mean, I suppose I could do that.
The other option is that we just leave.
I'm gonna go, actually,
I feel like we really need to help Sindleton.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
move over
we
to
can-
Singleton and check up on him quick.
Okay.
See how he's doing.
Okay. So Ash runs over to the wizard. If you'd like to make... I don't think you need to make a roll for this. He looks more or less okay. There's not any, like, sharp wounds. It looks like the creature grabbed, like, the back of his cloak more than him with his teeth. So he looks... He does seem to be unconscious, but he doesn't look significantly harmed.
Okay, I suppose I'll just take a stand in front of him
Okay.
and blast this hoogly boogly with an Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
And that would be a 13.
Okay. Your Eldritch Blast fires forth from your hands, reflects off the creature's scales.
Dang.
It chitters at you angrily. Gonthak.
Gonthak charges.
Smash.
Yeah, I'm gonna say he goes into rage right away because
Okay.
this is the only person who knows how to get him back to his homeland. Just got thrown
Yes.
against a tree. He's gonna attack this creature with his longsword.
Okay.
That's gonna be a 21,
That is a successful hit.
and that does a D12 plus 6 normally,
Okay. And then you get extra damage from raging,
and then I
right?
get an additional 2 from raging, I believe.
Okay.
Wait, let me double check that. No, it's plus 6 total damage. Sorry. Darn. Okay, so that's 8 total damage.
8 total damage. Okay.
Don't you have like an enchanted sword too? Or something
Yes,
like that?
that's what I'm using.
Okay.
Alright. You charge forward, screaming a war cry as your eyes glow bright with the blood of the phoenix. You strike...
Milcom the boss!
Words.
Sprinkle Deagle.
You lunge forward and plunge your dagger, or your longsword, into the beast. As you strike it, lava spurts from the wound into your face, dealing 5 points of damage to you.
Well, that's not good.
The creature rears back, and
Is it, what type of damage is it?
A
Heat
fire
damage, I
damage.
guess?
Yes.
Okay.
Why didn't you tell us that happened? You're the one that rolled the successful and the intelligence rolled this.
I was not given that information.
didn't roll high enough. Sorry.
I feel as though I've been conned into going into a realm I was unprepared for.
You know, Gonthak steps back.
Okay. Crix.
Well, all right then. Are there trees around?
There are several trees around.
I was gonna
Cool.
Okay.
Actually, let me take advantage of that. that for now. I want to go. I'm gonna shoot the thing first.
Okay.
Let's see. That is a 22.
That is a successful hit.
Okay. And Gauntlet is right next to it, right?
Yes.
So I can add sneak attack damage.
You're currently both on the same side of the creature. If you were to circle around behind it, then I believe you would, unless sneak attack does something I don't remember
I
doing.
think sneak attack says if an enemy is standing next to another of its enemies,
Oh,
I
okay.
can take advantage of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a little bit nicer.
Okay. So yeah, they've buffed sneak attack. For those of you who don't know, I am more familiar with 3.5 than 5th edition. But yeah. Okay. Go ahead then.
All right. 5, 7, 8.
All right.
And do I add stuff to that?
I don't believe you do for a ranged weapon.
Okay.
You can add your dexterity on a ranged weapon attack.
Yeah, to the attack roll, not to the damage. Or do you do it
I
for the
think
damage?
you add it to the damage.
Okay, we'll do the damage as well.
So then that's plus another 4.
Okay.
So that's 12 total.
Okay, and this was a bow or a crossbow?
This was a short bow.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. So, reacting quickly, Crix notches an arrow to his bow, fires it directly. It strikes the creature in the face. It rears back, wreathing around and giving a screech. The creature, in rage, pushes past Gonthak towards you, Crix.
Do I get an opportunity attack?
You do.
Crit.
Oh,
That's a nat 20 for all you listening.
It's going down.
Bubble
I'm yelling timber.
All right, just double damage.
You want me to roll twice for damage?
It's up to you. Do you prefer? I normally do you roll once and it does double that amount. Sorry.
Alright, so I roll a 3. I have a +6 to that.
Right, so that will do 18 damage.
Yes.
All right.
Wreck.
As
Get wrecked, screw up.
the creature skitters past, you shout in defiance and swipe your sword down, crippling one of its multitude of legs.
Yes.
Probably even 2, I'll say. And the creature kind of like skitters sideways, like it kind of slides sideways in the snow as it falls. It does still reach you, Crix, but its attack is poorly aimed. What is your armor class, real quick?
15.
And you are able to dodge out of the way as its mouth clamps down to the snow in front of you. Barely.
Yes.
Okay.
Rokun.
So, wait. Can I now take a bonus action?
It's not. That was the monster's turn.
Oh, all I did was attack. I only used an action.
Oh, okay. You should have.
Sorry, I didn't.
Sorry. What did
It's
you want to do?
I just wanted to hide behind a tree. That's all.
Okay. Okay. In the future, I will make sure to ask you for bonus actions.
Okay.
In this case, you're good. Rokun.
I would like to climb a tree and throw darts down from said tree at the creature.
Go ahead and make an athletics check.
Oh, this is
Acrobatics, maybe?
Is this acrobatics or
I
I
think it
have
should be athletics, but
Okay.
I mean,
that's what I want.
well,
to use.
I mean, which do you prefer? Which is better?
I would prefer to use
Okay,
acrobatics.
you may use acrobatics.
My
You want
dex
to be
is-
making jumps. It's I guess more of an option thing. Like if you're making jumps to branches versus just scaling the tree.
Okay.
What a generous DM.
I don't expect generosity here.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have our first crit fail of the night.
Okay.
Oh boy!
So, Rokun, you attempt to scale one of the large conifer trees nearby. You leap up to the first branch, heave yourself up. You're not quite high enough. You're about level with the beast's face, and that's not high enough to be safe. So you make a jump for another branch. Your fingers brush it, but there's snow on top, and they slip off the branch.
I hate the snow.
You fall, taking 6 points of damage.
Okay. I have slow fall.
Okay, so that reduces
Means
it.
I can reduce it. How
Actually, it reduces it by an amount equal to your monk level times 5, I believe.
Yes.
So you
I
will
don't have
not
to
take damage.
anything.
You manage in midair, almost cat-like, to twist,
You know?
and you land uninjured in the soft snow.
Now,
Whoops.
Fortunately, everyone else is paying too much attention to the monster and did not notice that.
Oh, good. That was embarrassing.
you sure
You
we
make-
can roll perception checks, so we can make fun of them later.
If you would like to roll a perception check, you may. You may even still fire a dart if you would like.
I would like to fire a dart.
Okay.
10.
Okay, you hurl a dart as you recover your footing. It's not well aimed. It doesn't even actually hit the monster.
I'm just
Um,
so embarrassed with myself.
As you should be.
I'm just gonna not look at any of you for a while.
Singleton remains immobile. Ash, it is now your turn.
Okay, so I suppose I'll saunter on up to this hoogly boogly and I'll give him a good old fashioned poison spray to the face.
Okay.
Crap. That would be a 5.
Okay. And this is a Constitution saving throw, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. You saunter up confidently. Prepare your hands in a Hadouken-like pose. And a small puff of poison shoots out to strike the creature, but not really the face region or anything that would possibly get poisoned by said poison. And it just kind of disperses into the air.
Damn things are working.
Contact.
Gonthok would try to make more purchase in where he just attacked, so he's
Okay.
gonna try and attack the same spot again.
Alright.
That's an 11.
Okay. You attempt to strike the same already weakened legs, but the creature is skittering around in like a very disconcerting and unpredictable fashion. You do glance off of its body with your blade, but it does not seem to have done any damage.
If I could I shift maybe to a spot where I was sort of in between the creature and Simpleton? Or
Yes.
Singleton?
Yes, you may. Alright. Crix. No, Singleton, not Simpleton.
Sorry. I'm the Simpleton. He is the Singleton.
It was bound to happen.
How far are the trees from me?
You're in a forest. It's not like a dense forest, but there are trees nearby.
Plenty of trees.
Yes, there are plenty of trees nearby.
Awesome. I think I'm going to attack first and then use my bonus action to go and hide behind a tree.
Okay. So you fire. Are you using your bow again, even though it's close to you?
Since I'm right next to it, I'm actually going to use my short sword.
Okay. Pulling out your short sword. Ooh,
I get a 23.
that is another hit. And because
Good job.
it is also engaged with Gonthak, you are doing another sneak attack.
Good thing we have Crix with us, because I can't do anything. At least I'm not injuring myself.
I didn't injure myself either, thank you very much.
36, 9, plus 4 for dex, right? Is
Yes.
13?
All right. Wow. Sliding forward, you stab your blade into like the gap between the scales. The creature rears backwards on several of its legs as lava spurts out on you, dealing 6 points of damage.
So that lava just spits out. You don't have any chance to dodge it.
No, I'm
Okay.
afraid you do not.
Don't like that.
I'm pretty good at dodging things, but
I mean, that explains why this creature can live in snow when it's cold-blooded.
Yes.
Because it's not cold-blooded, it's lava-blooded.
Yes.
You would think that the lava would kind of like freeze up inside of him, though, because like it does cool down and solidify, but...
Shush, engineer. Alright. The
So-
creature...
Then can I...
Oh yes, you want to go hide behind a tree.
Yes.
Okay. Are you Are you making a disengagement then? Or are you...
Ooh.
Oh yeah, because I am engaged, aren't I?
Yes.
Interesting. Well then, yes, I'm going to disengage and get away from this thing.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing.
So basically the options are you could either disengage, not get the attack, but not be able to make a hide check this turn, or you could take the disengage attack and then be able to get behind a tree and make a hide check. It's basically the options I'm giving you. Because one of the other ones, it's either one or the other is a bonus action.
Yeah.
Right.
And you're choosing to take the disengage and just back up.
That's probably for the best.
Okay. Alright. So, as you slide underneath, you stab, then scurry out through its multitude of legs from a different direction than you entered to confuse the creature. It looks around, confused, and cannot find you. It does, however, find Gauntlet directly near it. What is your armor class, sir?
13.
Okay. Rearing back, the creature clamps down with its mandibles on your shoulder.
No! Contact, no!
Dealing 17 points of damage.
What kind of damage?
It is 11 points of normal damage and 4 points of fire damage.
Okay. So I'll take half of
That's
the
not-
11.
Okay.
So do I round up or round down?
I believe you round down.
So that's 9 total damage,
Yes.
I believe.
Julie, make a grapple check as it attempts to lift you into the air.
Okay. Oh, I have advantage while I'm raging also.
Yes.
Wrestling.
I crit.
I'm sitting over here rolling 3s and 1s! And he's crit twice now!
I haven't gotten over a 10.
To be fair, it was on 2 different dice. I've used up
true.
the crits on those dice.
Alright. So, with a primal yell, you grab hold of the creature's, head as it attempts to lift you and plant your feet. You pry loose the mandibles and it loses its purchase and rears back, and it would have lifted you into the air, but it lost its purchase, so it just kind of rears back.
Okay.
There is kind of some lava residue in your shoulder. That's not pleasant.
I suggest,
Blow it out!
I just grit my teeth.
You're surrounded by snow.
You're raging, and your spirit totem is the phoenix, correct?
Correct.
So, fire, you don't like it, but it's around.
Yeah. I've learned to endure it in my battles against the drakes of my mountains.
Exactly. Rokun. Do you want to redeem yourself?
Yes. Rokun draws out his quarterstaff
Okay.
and prepares to strike this creature directly in its head. I will roll.
Nailed it.
Oh, wow.
Really fickle.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have another crit success.
All right. Go ahead and roll for damage.
That's d6 plus dex. That's 9, so 18.
Okay. Woo! Wow. Okay. Giving a cry of frustration and fury, Raccoon pulls his quarterstaff off of his back, leaps through the air, and stabs, punches the quarterstaff forward into the creature's face. It strikes one of the compound eyes, and the creature kind of flops sideways in pain and then reorients itself.
Yeah.
Do I want to do... No, I'm not going to save this.
Are you done?
Yes.
All right. Behind you, Singleton stirs. He is slowly getting to his feet, but he is clearly disoriented. Ash, it's your turn.
Alright, so I'm kind of sick and tired of my attacks not working, so I'm just going to start charging at him.
Okay.
And mid-run, I leap into the air, and when I land, I am a brown bear. I'm going to go ahead and try and attack this guy with my brown bear.
Did I just notice him do this? Because my mind
Yes.
is blown
No,
right
I
now.
mean, to your side, the tiefling morphs into a large bear.
Alright, that'd be I think the bear's strength modifier is 5? think it's
Let me look and see what the character sheet, the player's handbook
For
says.
shame, you should have had it written
5 or
down.
6. Yeah, sorry. It's been a while.
Yes, scrub.
Brown bear. Strength is +4.
+4.
If you're using bites, that's +5 because you have a +1 modifier.
Alrighty, yeah. So you get a double attack.
Are you
It's a
biting
bite
or
is-
clawing?
You
I think
get
you
a,
can do both.
You do both?
Yeah.
Okay.
So 21
That's true,
for the
yes.
bite, and then 20 for the attack.
Okay, both of those attacks hit.
All right. Let's see. I need a 1d8 plus 4. 8. 8. That's not a d8.
This is a D8.
This is a d8.
Yes.
All right. That's a 7 for the bite, and then 2d6. 3, 8 plus 4 is 12 for the slash.
Okay.
What's that total?
I kept track. It was 8 plus 12.
Okay.
Yeah, 8
Oh,
plus
7 plus 12?
Yeah, so 19.
Yes, okay. The bear gives a ferocious animalistic cry and just begins tearing away at the creature. The lava blood
Why are you a
gets
bear?
all over your fur,
Uh-huh.
catching it on fire, and dealing
Oh boy.
5 points of damage to you.
That's not nearly as fast as I thought it would be.
No, you got lucky there. The creature gives a clearly unpleasant screech and seems to be trying to get away or at least get around to your side. Gonthak.
Gonthak would try to move out of the business end of this animal and try and maybe come around the side.
Okay.
If I could maybe get flanking,
Yeah.
he's going to try and do that, and he's going to attack again. All right, that is a 24.
That is another hit.
All right. Oh, yes. Okay, so he does 18 damage.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
Nice.
Capitalizing on the distraction of the creature, Gonthak comes around to the other side. I'm going to even say you find your weakened spot.
Yeah.
And you stab forward again, dealing a absurd amount of damage with that longsword.
Is it possible that he could be ready for the lava spurt, sort of, since this has happened before?
If you would like to make a dexterity save to try and reduce the damage, you may do that.
Is this something that I can see? An effect I can see?
Yes.
Because I have
Danger sense? Sure. We will allow this.
Alright, that's a 17.
Okay. So you will take half damage, which means you only take 1 in this case.
Appreciate it.
Alright. Crix.
Okay. So now I'm gonna get behind a tree. I will shoot first and hide afterwards.
Okay. Oh my gosh!
That is a natural 20, everyone.
Wow.
These dice.
We are on fire tonight.
We're going to die later because we're reading all of our 20s now.
We have to get to later first.
You know, we almost are literally on fire because of this creature.
Oh well.
Little.
Freedle deedle.
So yeah, so I just double the base damage, right? Not
No, it'll do total damage.
double everything.
Yeah. Yes, you are doubling your sneak
I am
attack
so
there.
happy right now. 2, 8, 9, plus 4 is
13.
13 times 2 is 26.
Gosh.
This
That's
thing is
not
taking a
even fair.
beating. Wow. Is it starting to show signs of wear?
Okay, so Crix,
Lava blade.
you
Lava.
pull out you dart behind a tree, and draw another bow. Draw your bow again. You fire a shot directly into the creature's mouth, a la Cave Troll and Fellowship of the Ring. Similarly, the creature
Copyright.
rears back and kind of staggers around before collapsing. If the people adjacent to it, that being the bear and the Goliath, could please make a dex save to try and avoid the falling giant centipede monster.
I suppose I could do that.
Is this? Can I use Danger
Yeah.
Sense again? That's good. All right, so I'm not entirely hosed. I got an 8.
Okay.
I got like a 23. I need to figure out the bear's dex.
Yeah, it should be at the back of that book.
For those of you on the podcast, I had advantage, and one of my dice rolled a 1.
It would have been worse.
I think you should be okay with the 19 there, Dan.
Oh yeah. Yeah, 19's, there doesn't have much dexterity. Yeah, 19's where it's at.
Okay. So the bear kind of hops back, surprisingly agilely. Gauntlet, you also mostly dodge it. It kind of brushes against you, and you get a very slight singeing.
Okay.
Even just the body of the creature is like burning to the touch. It does 1 point of damage.
Is anyone else confused why this man is a bear now?
I growl at him.
Don't understand.
We are no longer in initiative. Singleton is staggering back to his feet, moving over to his sack that was dropped
Oh, so
in the
the
snow.
creature is dead.
The creature would appear to be dead, yes.
Up here. Oh, great.
It'll be resurrected later and come back as undead.
Necromancy!
Hey!
So we're going up against a Lich King giant.
I want to go back to my dimension. And I don't even know where that is anymore.
Singleton recovers his sack, heaves it back over his shoulder. Everyone all right? That was a bit of a jaunt.
I should be asking that of you. You got hit unawares.
I've had worse.
Wow.
How does he look?
You, so far, have done very little for me, and it's making me angry with you.
Also, are you now willing to drop some of those books? Because maybe you could have avoided it.
No, these books are valuable. Do you understand the arcane lore that is contained within this sack?
You understand your
I understand that it's cold.
Now, we've wasted enough time here. Let us be on. And it is definitely night now. The temperatures are dropping dramatically, and as you get farther away from the lava-blooded creature, you are feeling very cold. The druid and the Goliath, you've been in worse weather than this, but you understand that this is bad weather.
Yeah.
Could Crix and Rukan please make Constitution saving throws for me?
Ganthrak, may I hold on to you and keep warm, please?
I actually have a wolf pelt that I can give you.
That would also be much
I'm
appreciated.
not sure how much good I'll do you. My skin is as stone.
I poke him. What? It's stone!
What?
Yeah, it's kind of like gravelly and coarse. It's like poking sandpaper.
There are so many people with so many strange talents.
Are you also stone-like, Crix, or are you just stone-looking?
I would assume so, but I don't remember enough about Deep Luminar.
Okay. I believe you were just stone-looking in 3.5. I don't know if that's changed since 5th edition.
He doesn't have any effects.
No,
I
it
think.
won't be affecting anything. So I imagine it's not like significantly stronger. I mean, then again, Dragonborn scales are not significantly stronger.
Yeah,
So.
that's
I
true.
don't have any kind of armor bonus.
Right. Anyway, I was just curious.
Role playing wise.
But yes, Constitution saving throws for Rukan and Crix, please.
He was given a wolf pelt by
Okay.
him, so I don't know.
Okay,
if
that'll help
helps
to
anything.
counteract the fact that you have no shoes.
This is true. This is very true.
Do I get any bonus for having an
19.
Or probably not.
You might. No,
Not getting
will
cold
help.
today.
I will fact about it.
That isn't. Am I adding anything? to
Constitution
that?
saving throw.
Constitution saving throw. Okay, so that's a 13 then.
Okay. See, what'd you get?
I rolled a 19.
Okay.
I will stay nice and warm.
Rukan, You are colder than you have ever been in your life. But you are just... There's so many things happening right now that you're just not ready for, that compared to those, the cold is unpleasant, but, like, not significant. Crix, you are used to living underground in nice temperature-controlled environments where everything is about pleasant. This is not. You take 2 points of cold damage, and you can feel your limbs are stiff and unresponsive.
Do I know enough to recognize hypothermia?
You can make a medicine check if you'd like.
Survival, maybe?
I have medicine check too. So.
Yeah, medicine or survival,
yeah,
whichever
I
one
can
you
do
prefer, could help you identify that.
18 for survival.
Okay. You're not there yet, but like if you are out here for too long, you could see that happening.
Okay.
Could I roll survival, perhaps to think of a way that I could improvise to help him stay warmer?
Okay.
Improvise something. Yeah, that's an 8.
You feel sympathy for your stone-skinned brethren, but you don't have any ideas of how you could improve his lot in life.
Yeah.
All right. You continue up the mountain slope. The trees are getting much sparser, and even giving way to rocks for the most part. The incline is getting steeper. You approximate you're like easily halfway up the mountain at this point, approaching maybe even 3/4. It's hard to tell without knowing like the surrounding area that much. You just know that you are significantly higher up the mountain than you were. You've been traveling about half the night at this point, so it's around midnight-ish.
I really wish I had another bowl of noodles.
Do you say that out loud?
Yes.
Because Gauntlet will kind of pull his sack around and pull out some rations for you and hand them over.
What are Goliath rations?
Well, actually, he got these from a city, so these
Okay.
are not particularly
Okay.
Goliath rations.
Thank you so much! I love you!
Does anyone else need food?
I have plenty. I also have survival skills, so I can collect food as we're going.
You can try. There's not a lot of food around, but
Would be a 21.
okay.
Wow.
Using your druidic knowledge, you find
Then I'm an outlander, which gives me that skill, so
You
I can
find-
actually find enough for 5 people.
okay. So you kind of dart to the side of the party a little bit as you're traveling, and you begin searching for a cleft in the rocks, and you do find one. And sure enough, when you dig in, you do find some edible berries that you like grow in this kind of climate. They're
Weird.
they're bitter. They're not pleasant, but they are sustaining.
Eat up, boys.
This displeases me, but I'm hungry.
Eat the food of the mountains.
Mountains aren't fun.
You are now you continue traveling for another hour or two, and the path, like the slope is kind of narrowing, if that makes sense. So like, while it was more or less uniform, now it's kind of slanting to the point that there's like one side that's getting very steep on your right and like a drop of similar steepness on your left.
Okay.
Sandalton, why couldn't you have teleported us closer?
Because I don't know that I would have made it without you. I
fair
wanted
enough.
help. This is not a tour guide.
I go, fair
Did you
enough.
see that creature? I basically didn't.
Well, you're not wrong.
As you are approaching the steepest part, the ground starts to level out so that you're just kind of going along a ridge. It's not like rock slopes, but it is really steep slopes both above and below you. If everyone can make a perception check for me real quick.
Would I be at disadvantage because it's dark?
Crap.
Not disadvantaged, but I will apply a penalty to your roll.
Okay.
I got a 10.
Okay.
I got a 12.
Okay.
17.
I got a 7.
Okay.
So who's getting knocked off this mountain?
Roku, you were the only one to notice this, but I will assume. Well, we'll let you decide if you point it out to the rest of the party.
Wait, does this have anything to do with smell? Is that
No.
Okay, never mind.
Up on the mountain slope above you are several humanoid figures. It's dark, but the moonlight is shining on them, and you're relatively certain they are hobgoblins. They appear to be skinning a yeti corpse. They seem to be hunters, and they have several bows around them. They're a good, 50 to 60 feet up the slope that you're about to be passing under.
Hey guys. Some spoopy hobgoblins up there skinning a yeti. Just thought I'd let everyone know.
An abdominal snowman.
Also,
No.
I failed to mention this, and then I pull out a torch and I hand it to you. And I light it for you.
Are you lighting the torch?
That sounds like a terrible idea.
Oh, yeah. Well, Gonthag might actually stop you because if you
I
just
hold
told
up
him
my
about
tinder
this,
box.
he'll just point up at the ridge and shake his head.
I go, okay. I'll just take my torch back.
And he'll pat you on the back.
Singleton points, you can see, the ridge is, maybe 50 feet long, and then it kind of widens out again. Just over that way, we should be able to catch sight of the Bastion.
Does it look like we'll be able to go... Does our pathway directly cross where these hobgoblins
You'll
are?
be passing down slope from them.
Okay.
Significant, they're a good ways above you on the mountainside.
Okay.
And they look pretty engrossed in what they're doing. They seem to be arguing about something at this point.
Okay.
So it's quite possible that they will not see you.
Okay.
Provided you don't
Like torches.
light torches or otherwise draw attention to yourselves as you traverse.
Sounds good.
I suggest we get real sneaky and avoid these guys.
Sounds good.
Second motion.
Cool.
How is your sneaking gone back? I mean, you're not wearing armor, so you'll be more sneaky than the majority of tanks.
Could
I
I
have a +1 on it.
That's pretty good.
could I possibly hide you with pass without trace?
You can try.
I mean,
Pass
Probably.
without trace would prevent you from having tracks.
Oh,
No, it
never
doesn't.
mind.
What?
No, pass without trace. It adds +10 to your dexterity
Really?
rolls. And,
Oh, they've changed that spell.
And there's
Really?
Here.
and the only perception
No, the
checks.
book.
And the only perception checks that people can roll against you have to be magical.
Okay.
It blocks all physical
I should
perception.
look at that.
That would be very nice. That would be so very nice.
I could probably hide you with Druidcraft as well. And that wouldn't
You're
extend a spell slot.
I'm like 5'6", so I'll just go face down in the snow for a couple
I should also
seconds.
mention this will affect everyone. Each creature you choose within 30 feet of you. So it
Okay.
will not be a single person.
So I could target the entire party with this.
That sounds like a good idea.
Okay, so I will spend 2
So,
of
it's
my 5
plus
key
10 to
points.
dexterity self checks and can't be tracked except by magical means.
Okay.
So they will be able to see you. You'll just be really stealthy, and you won't have tracks. Okay. Do you want this back?
Yep.
I could also cast darkness.
Yeah.
It's already dark.
No, I will spend 2 of my 5 key points and use pass without trace.
All right.
We are now hidden.
What does that look like?
Cheat points.
I imagine that
The spell description says a veil of shadows and mist.
I was gonna say misty
Um,
comes out of my head and just
Comes out of your head.
yeah, it comes out of my head in like an umbrella shape around
Your
everything
third eye open.
within 30 feet of me.
Yeah, Gonthag just kind of pulls his head back and just gives you this
using
wide-eyed
your
stare.
I give him a very large grin.
All right. You may all make stealth checks. I'll make one for Singleton. Okay.
You said I had a plus 10?
So I just had another crit success.
I would say that you're hidden.
Okay.
I have a 5 plus whatever he gets me.
Okay. So you
Which
have a
is
15.
10.
22.
I have a 27.
Yo,
Okay.
thank you.
Okay. All right.
That's a 37.
So, Rokun, I assume you're Legolasing. You're just walking on top of the snow. Like you weren't leaving tracks because of the spell, but even if you were leaving tracks, you weren't leaving tracks.
I see.
The rest of you are significantly more stealthy than you would be. Like you two are pretty close to
I mean,
invisible.
I'm still a bear right now. So.
What? You stayed a bear?
Yeah.
Is there a maximum length of time you can keep that form?
Nope.
Okay.
I thought it was 8 hours or
Well, it hasn't been 8 hours yet, so
Well,
you
in
can
that
still.
case,
Either 8
do I
hours or
have to
1 hour?
walk? I don't have shoes on. Can I just ride on the back of the bear?
Yeah, you can do that.
All right, cool.
And even Gonzak, despite being
Please.
7'6", is creeping along surprisingly quietly. The hobgoblins seem oblivious to you as you pass underneath them.
Lasted for 2 hours.
Their fight seems to be getting more intense. They're shouting and yelling at each other.
Oh, they're arguing.
Yes.
Oh.
And actually, as you watch, one of them grabs another one bodily by the chest and slams him into the wall beside him.
Is this, what language are they speaking?
They are speaking in Goblin.
Darn.
Darn it.
Does anybody here understand Goblin? But it's very clear they're arguing.
Okay.
Common.
Undercommon and Goblin are not
I
the same
speak
thing.
4 languages, and none of them are goblin.
I tried to make languages actually matter in this because they never do, and that bothers me.
That's cool.
But yes, okay. There is a rumble up on the mountain slope from where that hobgoblin was just slammed into the rock wall.
I believe Gonthak might recognize this as an avalanche.
You may, in fact, recognize this as an avalanche. And the hobgoblins are looking up in alarm as the entire, ledge that they're on just kind of starts to slide down the slope.
Is this on the other side or on our side?
This is on your side.
Oh no.
I see.
You could
Anyone turn
attempt
into
to
a
rush.
bird.
You could attempt to rush ahead of the try and get to the other side before the avalanche comes. You could try and get back before the avalanche comes, which would probably be easier. Or you could just try and plant yourself, or if you have something else you want to do,
Druidcraft!
which would be
I can manipulate natural objects around me,
okay.
but only small manipulations. But
Okay.
I could totally do something to that probably. I also can destroy or create water.
Okay.
You can destroy
I think
water.
Gonthak would be trying to run out of the way.
Okay. Forward or back?
I would go back.
I don't know which way is closer.
You are closer to the side you were on. Not significantly though. Maybe you're 40% of the way.
Yeah. So he would run back, and if it looked to him like he was gonna get to him, he might just dive behind a rock.
Okay.
I look to Singleton and I yell, which way are you going?
Singleton looks up at the avalanche, gives a cry of surprise, and then quickly casts a spell. A shimmering door appears in front of him, and he steps through it. The similar door appears at the far end of the ridge, and he steps out of that. Look out! There's an avalanche! He shouts.
Can I go through the door after?
The door vanishes after he steps
Oh
through.
my gosh, I'm going
I
to...
grab him on my back because I'm still in bear form, and
Okay.
I have 40 movement speed.
Okay.
So I'm just going to book it.
You're trying to book it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Forward or back?
Forward.
Okay, so we got the bear and.
I mean, yeah, I
and
actually
the monk
want to go
rushing
forward.
the Goliath and the gnome rushing back. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
And if the gnome is having trouble, Gonthak might just grab him up.
Okay.
I don't know if...
That might help you as you only have 25 movement
The
speed.
situation.
Okay, so I will give you the option of making either athletics or dexterity. depending on what you would prefer.
Are we saving throws or just checks?
It'd be a check.
All right, so I'll
Am
go
I
with
allowed to
athletics.
aid him?
You may, yes.
Oh,
That'd be dexterity, I guess, to make yourself as easy to carry as
Yeah.
possible. Similar for you if you're riding the bear.
Okay, so
I rolled a 24 for athletics.
Okay.
Wait, was he helping me? Do I get advantage then?
We will see.
Okay.
What did you get?
I got an 11 for Dex.
That is not significant enough to provide you advantage. It's not. You're not impinging his movement at all, but
All right, I got an 11 with athletics.
okay.
so I got a 7 for Dex. Not very helpful at all. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
And then Dan, you got a
24.
24. Okay.
Wow.
So, a lot of things happen at once as snow and boulders start to pound down on the ridge that you guys were formerly traversing. The bear just gives a yell and just starts galloping forward. I don't know like bears gallop,
It's more of
but
a lumping.
yeah, okay. The monk is doing his best to stay on that, but that is not something that is easy to stay on because bears, like if you ever seen a bear move fast, they're like significant angles involved in their motion.
Yeah.
So you are getting rocked back and forth.
I'm holding tightly onto his
I assume
fur.
so. And you do manage to get through without getting knocked off the bear.
Good.
Gonthak and Crix, you guys are almost to the end of your side, like to get back when the first like boulders and snow start to pound down around you. If you would like to individually make dex saving throws to see if you can evade to get through the end.
Danger sense?
Yes.
Yes. 18.
13 for me.
Good luck, my son.
Now, was I holding him? That's a question.
You were holding him, I assume,
Yeah.
under one arm.
Yep, one arm.
Are you still holding him under one arm as things pound around you, or are you...
Using him as
I
a
would have
shield?
tried to cling to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that will apply a penalty to you, but help with you.
Good man.
So you got, what again?
18.
18 for Gonthak and 11 for Crix? Is that right?
No, 13.
13, okay. Alright. So you almost get swept off your feet, Gonthak, and you're certain Crix would have been swept away if you weren't holding on to him, but you
Okay.
do manage to wade through. Fortunately, none of the boulders land in a way that will hit you.
Awesome.
And you make it through to like the wider ground.
Okay.
The hobgoblins have all pitched past and are dropping down that steep slope, and they're out of sight and probably buried in snow and rock at this point.
Oh, okay.
Good.
The avalanche seems to subside. Things still look treacherous,
Yeah.
but you could probably cross. Singleton comes over and asks if you two are all right.
I mean, I'm kind of bear, so I'm just gonna mumble at him in bear.
What are you saying in bear?
Yes.
He nods. You can't tell if he understood you or if he was just nodding.
I am upset with you for not leaving that door open for the rest of us.
Dimension doors are one person only. I'm sorry.
I don't want to hear that. You teleported us all here. You can teleport us out of the way of this
That
avalanche.
took significantly longer than we had in this case.
Excuses, excuses.
Now let's help your friends.
Are you alright, friend?
I am, thanks to you.
We should probably scale our way to the top of the ridge. I'm not sure how steady the ground will be after the avalanche.
What he said.
If you have experience, I'll follow you.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Gonthak would try to go to the top of the ridge and cross there.
Okay, so that will probably be an athletics check, just because you're scaling rock.
I have rope if that will help us.
Well, you're across the 50-foot chasm.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I mean, you could go back across.
First off, my rope is exactly 50 feet, so.
True. Do you want to try throwing it?
That'd be a problem. Okay, I got a 16 on athletics.
Okay, that's not too bad. You, with your large form, it's very you are well suited for rock climbing. You are very well built, and you have the reach to reach the optimal handholds.
Okay.
So you scale the mountain with little difficulty. Is the deep gnome trying to follow?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and make a similar
Is there any
check.
way I can do this with acrobatics as compared to athletics?
You may try.
Being small.
You may try. You'll be making kind of more leaps to handholds, which you kind of have to do anyway, because especially if you're following his path.
Ooh.
His path was not built for the same height as you are, so you may do that. It will be harder, but if you're better at it, it might be easier for you.
I'm not making dangerous.
No,
jumps to
right,
where I could
yes.
slip and fall to my death.
I mean, you kind of have to get up the slope, but you're trying. You're not picking. You're trying to do the best you can to stay safe, obviously.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Do you have inspiration?
There is a 2 on this sheet, so.
So you do have inspiration.
Apparently. I guess I'll reroll that.
Oh my gosh!
Good.
What
Yes.
is happening?
So what was a 4 is now a natural 20.
Inspiration, folks.
Alright, go ahead and mark off
Bless.
inspiration. Okay. So, Chris, you start to scale the slope and you're like, how am I ever gonna scale this slope? There's no way I can scale this slope. He's twice as tall as me. But somewhere down there you're like, but if I don't, I'm gonna die in this mountain. So you just make amazing leap after amazing leap, and somehow you scale the same path as Gauntlet does. When you get to the top of the slope, getting down will be much easier. You could probably just do that sliding climb down where
crab crawl sort of.
right. I'm not even gonna make you roll for that because it's really just gonna end up with you sliding down in a pile of snow, and the snow here is getting deeper. It's maybe knee deep at this point, so
Okay.
you have enough cushion that you shouldn't take too much damage.
Okay.
I hate the snow.
As you reunite with your friends, Singleton inquires if you two are all right as well.
We made it.
Good, good.
Thanks to Gunfuck, I am.
Well, we're almost there. It should be less than an hour.
Rokun gives Singleton the most angry of glares ever.
There still is the matter of getting back afterwards.
Oh, don't worry about that. I'll be able to send you home to where you were from once we get what we came here for.
Okay.
This is kind of like being captured and used as slaves.
That's a depressing way to look at it.
I do wonder.
I prefer the term contracted help.
For, indentured servitude is more like it.
Contract? I didn't sign anything.
How do you intend to use this artifact?
That's complicated, but I don't need all of it. I can give you the artifact. I just need something else that's there.
Can I roll insight to see what kind of intentions he has, good or ill?
You may.
All right. I think that's an 11.
Okay.
Oh no, that's a 13. Sorry.
Singleton is enigmatic. You can tell he's not being truthful. You don't get the sense that he's planning to take over the world with this or anything like that.
Okay.
Good.
But he's not saying everything.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he clearly knows more about this artifact than he's telling you.
Yeah.
Um,
Gonthok is suspicious.
as you're traveling, As you're traveling, you're reaching like the pre-dawn hours, where it is the very coldest time in the mountain. If Raccoon and Crix could make another Constitution check for me.
Perhaps we should
He's
take a
snuggled up
rest
in the bear.
and
17.
shelter ourselves until the worst of the night wears away.
Singleton looks at you and kind of considers for a moment. I would consider that, but there is a storm coming.
How do you know that?
He's a wizard.
You have to know these things when you're a wizard. So what did you guys get? Sorry for the Constitution checks.
17.
17.
8.
8. Okay. Raccoon.
Nailed it.
It's still really cold, but you're still really pumped.
No, I'm just really pissed and my anger is fueling me right now.
That too. Let's agree. I'll agree to that. You are just having a terrible time. Like your every step, you're like, because this snow is almost waist deep for you. You're gonna take
My gray nose
Another-
is now a little bit red.
another 5 points of cold damage.
I'm gonna look over at this poor little gnome in the snow, and I'm gonna kind of like grunt at him and gesture onto my back.
You might have to nudge me for me to notice you because I'm probably in a cold stupor.
I headbutt him. not hard, just like bare.
Warm bear fur contacts your cold body.
Okay. I look
Oh,
back.
hey, Crix, join me up here. It's nice.
So
You may want to take him up on that offer. You don't look so good, friend.
I nod and like stumble up onto your back.
Can I help him get up onto the
Sure.
back?
Yeah. You travel up to like the crest of the ridge as the first fingers of dawn peek over the mountains. Below you, you can see a crystalline city made out of ice.
Wow.
The Bastion of Thrym is near. We will stop there and be back shortly.